Hi, this is Zach Meir with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Monday, the 4th of August. And key reversal on the downside, which was commented on Friday, or at least on the last update, worked its magic on the negative side. We were looking or factoring in the possibility of heading back to July support or the July support area around 6,200, the low on Friday 6,212, so not far off that. Still have the chance, even though we're bouncing pre-market, of a test of the 50-day line there, 6120, although hopefully there'll be no end-of-day close back below 6,200 to give us the signal that there's another leg down for this market. In terms of the RSI, it's on the wrong side of neutral 50, so that does give the idea or potential of a move through 6,200 to the 50-day line, which we haven't been below since the beginning of May. On the upside, really want to see an end-of-day close back above the high of Friday, 62.87, to give us the hope that that was just a one-day wonder, and we will then head back up to fill the gap and head back to the floor of the old rising trend channel there from April, around 63.35. Moving along to the Nasdaq 100, and here you can see similar kind of picture for this market. The key reversal down on Thursday was the indicator of a move to the downside. What we can say now is that the channel is rather less steep than it was before. Got the potential of a move down to the extended channel at floor, and also the 50-day moving average 22,300, and probably the way things are going, the percentage trade would be a move down to that zone, even if we then bounce back again. Minimum on the upside would be an end of day close through 22,700, basically the resistance of Friday, and that would then target the top of the gap there, 23,200. Top of the channel there, still heading towards 24,000, so that could be a possibility for the end of this month, but can't rule out a test of that 50-day line, 22,300, before we do that. RSI once again below the neutral 50 level. Moving along to the stocks, and starting off with Alphatec Holdings, and here gap to the upside through a 50-day line. When you see that kind of thing near the top of the range, that tends to be top of the recent range, at least, that tends to be a positive for a stock or a market. We're looking for the $16 area for this market, hopefully by the end of this month or well before that, given the way that we have bounced or gapped up so well over the last session. The ideal scenario also over the next few days was that we'd stay on the right side of $13 ahead of a move to $16. Moving along to a stock which we have covered before, and obviously you can see that there was quite a sell-off from above the top of that rising trend channel around the $7.25 area. Current situations, we found support, bear trap rebound from below the 50-day line and at the floor of that rising trend channel around $3.50. What's interesting is there's been a sharp rebound above the floor of the gap there around $2.85. So that is or can be taken as a positive. And while we're above the 200-day moving average around $4, looking for up to a retest of $7.60 at the top of that channel by the end of next month. Next on the list is a situation which hopefully will deliver the goods, Equilium rather, and here seen the shares push through the top of that that broadening triangle base at $1.12. Current position is that we'd like to see the shares stay above the 200-day line there, 61 cents. While they're above that, then we are looking for a retest of $1 plus, hopefully by the end of this month. With a double bounce at RSI 50 as well, which helps the cause, as does the way the 50-day line is currently rising near the low as well. And to another stock which hopefully will have legs, we've got EZGO, and here a rising trend channel base, top of the channel there around the $86 level, and looking for the shares to push through Moving on to EZGO, and here you can see that we've had quite a spike for the stock through the 50 cents area, and looking for the shares to give us an end of day close back above 50 cents to then not only hit the 200-day line at 56 cents, but head as high as 85 cents, maybe by the end of this month. An interesting setup coming up now with another spiking situation. Here we've got FG Financial, and here the shares roaring ahead on at the end of the week after basically a bear trap rebound through the $15 mark. Current situation is that we're through recent resistance at $29, and above that looking for $45 hopefully in coming days, especially if we can get more end of day closes through recent resistance, the old December resistance zone at $38. 4D molecular is next, and here a rising trend channel base. We've gapped through the 200-day line and recent neckline resistance around the $5.20 level. Above that, looking for up to $9.40 by the end of this month at the top of that rising trend channel from December. What's useful here, or worth noting, is that we've had multiple bounces for the shares at RSI 50 ahead of that gap higher. So this looks like a situation where there is decent accumulation going on at the moment. Lixte is next, and here we've had a bull flag breakout through the $5 level. Above that, we're looking for the top of the broadening triangle there. That's been in place for quite some time, actually, since April last year. That's heading for $5.50, and we're hoping for that in coming days while we're above $4.50. We've already had the golden cross, etc. So looking like a decent setup. Sensei is next, and here another rising trend channel base breaking through the 200-day line and recent resistance around $9.30. Above that, looking for $15 to retest that March spike sometime during the course of August. The rising 50-day line helping the cause as well at the moment, apart from obviously breaking recent significant resistance. Moving on to Safety Shot, which has a V-shaped bull flag, which is what I call the kind of rally and then partial pullback and then a rally again. Top of the falling trend channel there, $1.33, and we're looking with that while we remain on the right side of recent broken resistance at 80 cents. You can see again that all the RSI bounces have been above neutral 50 since the beginning of last month, so looking very strong indeed, and hopefully the real target here would be up to $1.80 by the end of next month. On to the last two. The first one is Tenon, and here rising trend channel base after gapping off the lows. We've broken recent resistance around the $1.25 level. Above that, looking for the shares to hit the top of the rising trend channel there from back in March as high as $3.60 by the end of next month, although obviously a lot of work to do. Initially, we'd like to see an end of day close through the 200-day line at $1.72 and having that happen by the end of this week. But at least while we're above recent broken resistance around the $1.20 mark, feeling that this could be more than just a flash in the pan turnaround. Finishing off with Workiva, and here another gapping up situation. The helpful part here is that we're through the April resistance around $77. Above that, looking for up to $97 by the end of this month, especially given the weekly close above the 200-day line that we had on Friday through $83. So we're looking like a decent setup there. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.